Today, we want to learn a table within Sierra Leone Parliament say. They say if EDSA and EGTC, when are they responsible for give lights in a salon, if they not step up the game, if they not do within the people of Sierra Leone expect them for do, then they not go left anything but Parliament go vote a non-confidence in that institution they na salon. I believe say that not the reason why EDSA dey salon for provide lights for we. If people in the thief light for Fenway, how them for curtail that one day. If people in the do waiting go make EDSA not give it the light, then for able for sort that out. And also for give it light as we they pay for them. We go can dig inside and make we see waiting really Parliament's plan for do it that. Let we come to the status update for COVID-19 for today, the 28th of August 2020. 386 tests, 9 the lab they analyze. 386. Out of that 386, now only 2 turn out for be positive. Out of the 386, now only 2 turn out for be positive. And the 2 by district, 1 from Western area rural, 1 from Western area urban. 1 from Western area rural, 1 from Western area urban. And then get the 2 positive cases them. Let we look within the other numbers them look like inside salon. The cumulative confirmed positive cases na salon do reach 2015. 2015. For the past 24 hours, nobody no lost in life to COVID-19 na salon. So, the total number of people that we don't lost in life to COVID-19 na salon na 70. Active case na isolation center, the one them we gets COVID-19 na the system right now na salon, where they respond to treatment na the isolation center them na 355. For the past 24 hours, 9 people beat COVID-19 na salon. 9 people beat COVID-19 na salon. We don't make the cumulative recoveries now inside salon to reach 1,590. The number of people we currently in quarantine na 400. This is good. We hope say by tomorrow we don't go below 400. The number of people we discharged from quarantine do reach 10,648. 10,648. NACOVAC can look for make we compare with the Mano River Union countries them. So for today, the 28th, this now waiting the Mano River countries them register as new confirmed case. Sierra Leone, 2, as we initially just talked now. Guinea, 46 cases now in Guinea get to the new cases. Liberia, no get nothing. No new case, Liberia no get today. Ivory Coast get 99 new cases. So the total number of new cases them for the Mano River Union countries them now 149. 149. We come to the death. The death, then they give cumulatively the total number of death. Sierra Leone, as we know, 70. Guinea, 58. Liberia, 82, Ivory Coast 115. The total number of deaths now the entire Mano River Union countries them now 325. 325. So that's now a COVID-19 status update for today, the 28th of August 2020. We want to come inside the program proper for today. As I've been saying initially at the introduction, for say Salon Parliament, say if EDSA and EGTC, when are they responsible for manage, they collect the money, for shape the electricity in the country, with the way how electricity in the country. They say then oversight, then work and see how things they happen. Then fair not boku tin them. We then feel say some of the blame one day per EDSA and EGTC. Say they not look, they do their work properly. Because if then they do their work properly, all waiting then see not for the happen. Now yeah, few months ago, we be the talk when the increase on the tariff been there. We one of the reason they say because people in the thief light. So instead of them find a way for sort that out, they get for punish the one the way they pay for the light for the one the way not they pay. In case you the wondering waiting at EGTC, now energy generation transmission company. Into the waiting then they in charge na salon. Then EDSA na the electricity distribution supply and authority. Now then they in charge of for supply. The one that they generate, the one that they supply. So they say EGTC the own side, they know the repair. They know the repair at all. Machine then they wait for able for help with this too much blackouts in the country. But that one for maintenance, the culture we the other day we were just saying it here. We get in a salon. For avoid maintenance. EGTC. Then a papa the game. Then we come to EDSA. For the one that with the thief lights. Then it's like then give them free pass. So because of that, Parliament said they don't go do their oversight. And the next day then they go. If they're insisting at the same thing no more, the leadership of them two institutions here, then go vote non-confidence, we mean say then go get for change them. Then go get for lost them position them. But however, inside the interview, for say, some people in the work, where they try for sabotage this present administration, for make this present administration fail. That's how, according to Honorable Vandio, na in talk. I don't know how we go be so wicked to ourselves. You want to make political statement with light, where light is life. But make a can with Usman Toli. Make we hear waiting in get for today on program. Yes, Usman Toli, you get the platform, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, AAA, for having me. And we also thank Radio Democracy for putting the information together. And we thank the Honorable Kekura Vandi, we have been listening to, the chairman for the NIG committee in the parliament. Na been the interview there. AAA, I don't know when we country, then we understand say the energy sector na a critical backbone to the development of that country. clearly, you listen to the interview, there is clear indication that the energy sector is still suffering in that country. And one thing we are really disappointed small is that the MPs themselves are look disappointed with them. When you listen to the interview, the chairman, Honorable Kekura Vande, for the Energy Committee in Parliament, he say they make 4 extensive oversight functions, duties, for go see how EDSA and EGTC they perform, then functions. And then come with that report in Parliament, then table on a Parliament. It is a responsibility, especially the energy sector, with a critical backbone to the development of the country. And they're not every week in terms of the energy sector. A lot of disappointment, a lot of complaints from the citizens then, in terms of the energy sector. So I believe if them people here don't go do the oversight duties, they don't find out some of the critical challenges then, the problems them within the face. I think it's in one area where them for pay attention to. And if you listen to him, he say it's up to Parliament for debate on those issues. But nothing of sort may happen. Clearly from your interview. So Naimeka say I look a little bit disappointed with MPs. Because a sector as critical as the energy sector, they don't go find out what are the problems then. And we all know, see, they face some challenges. So we expect, say, we MPs them for debate on those issues. But they say, they're not debate on them. So what the honorable do, they decide, say, you know what, law engage EDSA as well as EGTC, law tell them what we find out. Because I believe, say, if they may actually, call on them people and in a parliament and squeeze them at that point in time, I think, say, them we don't get more results. But instead, I think, say, then just engage the 2 sectors them, we are the honorable, then tell them about the findings. And let's look at the findings. One of the critical things, I think you mentioned that AAA, as they say clearly, we know say EGTC, that they're responsible for electricity generation. Yeah? They say the machines them, they know they repair them. And according to the honorable, we expect a capacity of 120.75 kilowatts. We, it's supposed for generate. But as it stands, is about 65. So then quota are almost half. So you don't feel say then they will affect the electricity generation of the country. Of course, clearly it does. Clearly it does. So the question is, and this I know say a good number of we Sierra Leoneans them, we know about some of the end problems here. We lack that maintenance culture. We know they repair things. So critically, one of the factors them where they affect electricity generation of that country today and lack of repair, lack of maintenance. Yeah? And when you move to EDSA, where are they responsible for the distribution and supply of electricity, then say the technical team, not they carry out the audits, and not they carry out the functions properly. Yeah? And if you listen to what the honorable say, they say sometimes then they, where the meter and get problem, where they report, they know they get no response. Or maybe somebody build a house, they want a meter, they get them. So what do you expect the citizen for do? Sometimes they blame the citizens then. But when you look at it again, now what are they lay the foundation? Now the government. Now those in authority, now they lay the foundation. Because if me don't build me house, AAA. I dey expect light for car. I don't put in for meter. I get for wait for 6 months. So I get for wait for 3 months. I not get meter. So the best opportunity will arise, I will make use of them. So now I can make people then they left and they go connect other person. Then they go connect from other person in car with light. Again, if I get faults on the host, I don't call 110 to 10. I expect say the technical team for can audit and examine the fault. They not come. I get for do otherwise. So these are some of the challenges them where they talk about. In as much as they blame the citizens sometime, but also the government, now in the Lady Foundation. And somehow around last year, I think, we see the increase in tariff. And when they interviewed the Minister of Energy, Kanjasisi, what did he say? He said they're not generate much revenue. Why? He said because there are a lot of illegal connections that go on. You listen to that very clearly. He said because of the illegal connections where they go around, so they don't generate enough money for the electricity when they used. So clearly, the chairman of Energy Committee in Parliament, it don't show you say the fault come out directly from EDSA because they know they do the technical audit. They know they do the technical audit here clearly. Although last year where you present this program, we blame the citizens to some extent. But when you listen to this, you will not say EDSA they contribute clearly towards the illegal activity where they go on at the energy sector. Yeah. One thing for sure, the people where I come across now the Minister of Energy in website where is very, very interesting. And I understand, they clearly understand the importance of electricity in the country. Where I read the vision statement, and then the mission statement, from where the strategies, now they look and set the strategies then. They know how important, they know the criticality, the critical aspect of the energy sector. And I will read to you the vision statement. It says, to create an enabling environment for the provision of modern energy services for increased productivity, wealth creation, and improved quality of life for all Sierra Leoneans. Very important to create an enabling environment. Yeah? And to increase productivity, wealth creation, and improved quality of life for all Sierra Leoneans. They know the importance of electricity. And times without number on this platform, we don't talk them. It will be very difficult for a country, not only Sierra Leone, for a country for progress in this modern age without proper generation of electricity. Very, very important. As you listen from their own vision statement, yeah, from which the strategies are derived, yeah. So this don't tell you say without electricity, most of the effort them what they make in that country, it will go in vain. Tell me, AAA, who serious investor will not say will not get better electricity in the country? Because if they go invest in a country where better electricity not there, that just so say I therefore spend more on electricity. The cost they therefore go up. So this is why we comment on some of these issues. These are areas then where we expect the government for prioritize. And this is why also they blame parliamentarians then for refusing to debate. Yeah, because these are the issues that more they expect. These are the sensitive, critical issues that more they expect for letting them talk on a daily basis in Parliament. Yeah? So today, we don't listen to the Honorable Kekura. They talk about declaring a vote of non-confidence, which simply means that you want them where they're in charge of their institutions, then their sectors, then they will relieve them of their duties. Yeah? Are they really serious about this? Are they really serious? I know, say, I like some of the success system, where we know there's some amount of progress. We know there is some amount of progress. Because when we listen to the first gentleman, His Excellency the President, the last time, he talked about electricity generation increased to about, I think, 18%. While as previously, I think it was between 8 to 10%. Now, that is to say, national access to electricity. And we see some amount of continuation of development from both sides in terms of electricity, from both sides the previous government don't stop. Remember that program we done between Cote d'Ivoire, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Guinea still they go on when they try for work on. They see a lot of, we will see development they go on other sector today, but then we government get for step up the game. The energy sector now a backbone, a critical backbone to the development of any modern state, without which it will be very difficult because investors, as both direct foreign investors then, as well as national investment, critically rely on that sector there. So I will stop to allow you a chance to other listeners. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Before you go, just a quick one. The side Usai, they talk about the vote of non-confidence on the leadership. You think, say, the leadership not get the problem fully, or the workers them? If you want for rate between the leadership and the workers them, who are we go held accountable here? Because some people, they say, not to the leadership, they try for go out there, for go see, but again, you go see the leadership, now then they oversight. But if you look or you listen properly to the statement where Honorable Vandi say at the end, where it talks, say, some people in they under, then they try for sabotage the government. Then, that's not to the workers demo. Then he say, if the leadership not step up, if they not do their work, at the end of the day, they will get for lose their job. Some people where they try for sabotage, if leadership not do their work, then go lose their job. That's nine at the vote of non-confidence. You get anything out of that?
Okay, first of all, I'll just make a quick distinction here. Say the 2011 Act, Electricity Act, 9 divide NPA into EDSA and EGTC. EDSA, as we say clearly, are they responsible for distribute and the supply. Then get their own function. Basically, in terms of meters, in terms of then transmission, then they are responsible. Make sure, say, they audit their one and they. Well, in terms of generation, now EGTC. Yeah. So there is clear separation of function here. Clear separation of function. Then you get the Ministry of Energy, we're responsible for the formulation and implementation of policies to ensure and provide the oversight functions them for supervise these two sectors. Yeah. So what I understand here is that the leadership for EDSA as well as the leadership for EGC is problematic. They know they do their functions well. In other words, if you're not a leader, if anything go wrong with Sarah Network today, you will be held responsible, irrespective of whether you work or not do. Because at the end of the day, you get the responsibility for ensure that ministry, that sector, that institution, you function well. Yeah. And one critical thing where we fail to realize sometimes is that Sierra Leone na a country where we know they monitor things. We know they monitor. If me send a worker, me not the leader of this team. We know they follow up. Yeah? You get a technical team. And that technical team, you get a supervisor or a manager. We're supposed to do work. If me not a leader, I will make sure, say, I they audit this person. I they audit them. Because I know, say, if anything go wrong with this institution, na me responsible, na me then go blame. So I they ensure, say, as a leader, I make sure, say, when people here, I they check them, sport checks. I they do sport check. Those are the things we lack in our country. Oh, man, relax. People are so relaxed. AAA. You don't do businesses in a salon. People sometimes are so relaxed, especially the heads of these institutions. They will start monitor today, tomorrow, give them 2-3 weeks. You don't forget. Those are the leakages them where we get our system. People are not they monitor things. For enforcement is another problem. Enforcement. Now, always when they talk about enforcement, when they talk about implementation, when they talk about compliance. But it all boils down to the leadership. The leadership then land, not to forget sit on an office, relax, or if you said people and they're out there to do the job, you get for the monitor people and that's the way things and they go before. So I hope say that helps in answering your question.
Yes, definitely. I just want make we just expand on that this small. Okay. Just on the side, I no wonder way that OSD boss tell the IG say make you go relax no more in AC office. And then get everything you can do. Let just go relax no more in office. Yes. So maybe now show them, guide them back, don't tell the EDSA boss them and the EGTC boss them say, when I go now in office, when I just relax no more.
We go do the job.
Who go do the job? Thank you very much, Usman Toli. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, AAA. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. If you, I don't know if you be on the follow, The last time we be there now, they talk about the OSD them, and waiting be happen at that time. You remember? Not so. And tell the IG, say make the IG go relax no more. Make it go relax. Because then get everything under control. So something I saw the EDSA people tell them boss, say make it relax because everything they under control. And now this now waiting with the see. You saying I share a network. That's how we can do things now. Yes, Dr. Aisatuka Kejalo, you get the platform. What's your contribution today, ma'am?
Yes, hi. Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody to do well and that we somewhat happy with the news we'll get about COVID-19. As the numbers then they reduce, that clearly they show the data definitely equals date in the sense of when we country really go into full functioning mode, as people and they adhere to the COVID-19 measures them, it will really help in keeping this number at this steady rate for a while, and that will really help everybody so people being they go school back full force, even if they not go like 5 days a week, but then can alternate the days them, that can help because even now, so picking and they begin school in about a week and a half, and then waiting that on they decide for do, some picking and they go on Tuesday to Tuesday, Thursday, and then while others go Wednesday and Friday, like they alternate the days and the rest will be remotely. But for it's very difficult for, let's say, school and will do their schoolwork remotely because as we they talk about electricity right now, in order for you do anything remotely, on a device, you really need for be able for charge your devices them. But how you go charge the devices if you don't get electricity in the country? And these are some of the concerns them where we get as Sierra Leoneans, knowing that fully say we country not get electricity 24/7. That's not something we would hope for and a dream for Sierra Leoneans that we can get that by in place by the end of 2020 or even early 2021. That will really show, the administration or this current government don't try to put priorities them in place. And also, for the leadership part, for being a leader, it does not just mean for like they sit down, you give orders or you write emails. You for really try to get involved, do a hands-on involvement, because if you involve with him on a day base, activities in terms of what really happen on site, on ground, monitoring and supervising things that are happening, you will able to get data, you will able to get information as to what are the problem, for like you try for resolve that problem there. But if you really not on ground, they really see exactly what they go wrong, it's very difficult for like you, analyze that problem there and try to find a resolution to the problem. So definitely those in leader, those in managerial duties, really get for take them upon themselves. Say, for that do my job effectively, I need for get involved, I need for go on site, I need for the, monitor different sites there and collect information, knowing that this not the problem here and this not the solution what they come up with for ensure the people them get the electricity where they need in the country. And we all know, and everybody for know this, say, in this 21st century, we need electricity for how they survive. The world don't go digital, right? Everything what they do, not digital age, right now. So in order for let you even store your food, you need electricity for ensure they, they waste money all the time, they go to market for the, all the time you need for the cook, these are things why you need electricity. We'll talk about the agricultural sector, where they want to improve or where they want like it become a big thing in the country. But without electricity, those crops, where they don't harvest them, therefore go bad. So it's very essential for now we make sure the electricity they all over the country, and that people then become accountable and responsible for their actions, them for where then they fail for not to do the right thing, we will go, in favor of the citizens of Sierra Leone. And also, let's not forget, in healthcare, electricity is very paramount, in everything what they do, because even that blood pressure machine where they connect, where they try to check the patient in blood pressure, beside the manual blood pressure machine, but now with what we are using, in this 21st century, need to be connected to an outlet, right? So, and that, sometimes people then therefore go through procedures them will require, electricity, especially when they do them endoscopy, when they do them colonoscopy, when they do, anything we need light for let them take a look. That light needs to be on. So many different procedures, them, not to even to talk about radiological exams and what they do need electricity. Yes, hospitals then can get backup generators, but you don't want to rely on your backup generator 24/7. You have to be able to have electricity where they, electrify the entire building so that, you can only use that if like in terms of natural disasters, like, there's a storm that caused, a power outage, those kind of situations, then now for they rely on the, a backup generator. So I still say, now something where, this, I hope say, and I hope say it will really, yield some fruit for the nation. And don't not forget, some people are working, apply for meters, because I don't experience this. Somebody asked me for do a favor, I pay for the meter, even pay double, to what, the money is, because the money I pay at the bank was not what I gave, to the person that's going to do the paperwork. Right? So, and you can do that day at a very long pace, like it took more than a month for that meter to come. And then in the end, some other crook was happening, right? Which, I don't need to disclose really, but at the end of the day, people they suffer, we can't to then kind of, and also, a very important that, we see when something is going wrong somewhere, because I remember when we discussed about there was an issue with the connections or some of the, things that we don't do now, Radisson Blue, but then we then take on to ACC, like they feel like there was nothing wrong, nobody followed up or do anything about it. So, these are some of the things that are going on in the country that we feel say, ACC, needs to be always in these areas. They need to assign, staff members that to investigate things and not just to leave things going on like that. Because doing that, it just they say it's okay, like anybody can do it. I don't think so. Nobody is, above the law. People should be able to be accountable and, be just, show justification for their actions, and if they cannot do that, then it makes no sense. Right? But I really hope that we will have light in Sierra Leone. Okay? Hashtag electricity for Salone in 2020.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you, ma. Mama cook out us friend, make we what in get for it today. Yes, us friend, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, hello, Triple A. Thank you very much for giving the platform. And hello to all the listeners and viewers them. Me on take part this electricity one main thing for in terms of infrastructural development in any country. When they talk of infrastructure, then one of the main infrastructure where a country get for actually see into in terms of a utility in terms of electricity now take out to water. But here now electricity we talk about. But what you want to look at here, electricity, of course, before electricity can we get 4 chains. Get outside in the generator and outside actually the lights they come on, whether not from hydro, whether not from solar power or whether not generator then they use on a high voltage. So then get the other one at the transmission. And the transmission I get transmission network when I then big cable the OKC, when I then high overhead them, when then get high voltage, when I can see the national grid. All right. Then are the 2 sectors and then they weigh this one when at EGTC, when I the energy generation and transmission company, then they pan the generation and transmission. So you get now the other 2 sectors there now, when I for distribute them. And the distribution, you get also overhead and underground cable there, when are the smaller ones, then now we see smaller they pull there. Then you come finally to the mouth the user and the host. Then before you the user and the host, you enter and host, you get a point where they call the cutoff fuse. Then on the side one day now, from there now, they take your electric, you put on a host. All right. It's just then 2 division, then 4 division they are, then they get 2 one of the EGTC they take, then the 2 9 EDSA, what they take, what they call LPA. All right, but because of the Electricity Act to them pass, then they distribute then job there to them so that they will become capable. So of course, we do no more for the pool electricity and maintain the cable there. Then the other one, then back with it for try for see that cable there, the overhead, then they can't give electricity what they want. But the same way the government say then they can't give this vote of non-confidence, then they try to talk about the way illegal electricity, when they get illegal electricity. But if then they include EGTC, then I look at the other aspect again, say, then they likely look at the quality where EGTC they produce electricity wouldn't they generate. Well, I don't know how far that one day then go one for blame them if not for generate electricity and transmit them. But if they go get for hold there for this wire, it will likely be on the transmission area also you get the networking. That if on that side then they look at only in terms of illegal. The transmission, then the type of cable them they get copper and aluminium. But most of them copper aluminium they are na material that they use for transmitting electricity. But most of them, because of the weather, then they don't look resistant to corrosive like the heat, the temperature. So all on the quality of the transmission of the cable them. That one day I see then don't involve in for see then they can change them. But the side one of the generation now, I still the question what thing they get for do but the generation of the electricity for will get the exact amount of kilowatts of electricity in each area of the country. So if they see how them two what group they are and they work, they see outside the people and will say, okay, outside the thief they come on now. Well, the thief will come on maybe because the man they will work at the office, then get the tools then get now the cutoff point fuse. The cutoff fuse, now then they play with all this electricity when they say they pass na post use. Because after they now, you know they pass high voltage again. You don't pass now the distribution of the overheads. So when they carry on the ground now the area outside you get for taker now the cutoff fuse. So now then they play with this. But how they go able for deal with this tier? People that can do and they host really, but now based on the knowledge we don't get from person who don't work there or then we don't work there. Then they go able for tamper with this electricity for gear and a person in place where the government not go able for know, and then go give them what they get for give them, then the government will get the revenue. All right. Well, the revenue they come to their side with waiting they want. But based on that one day, I dey see say na them way na the one the way they na the offices there get for they don't know because they not go tell me say they don't know. Everybody for don't know na salon waiting they go na the ground. If you don't know that means you not a leader because you not come to the ground level for understand the problem like be able for address them. So you go able for say then why I they come directly I call them by name. Una na the one then way they take this, una they do this and this exactly una they do. So they don't know say una they take and pull and una they put her inside. So we get for the monitor these areas then. We get for the monitor who's building, who don't open newly, who don't get electricity, why they get lights, or then why who's function, whether they function with electricity. Because one, the two things will not be collaboration, and the other one are competitive instead of collaboration. Then the people and they compete how forget in your money, how forget in your small thing. Then the other one they go compete say, well, one for pull name pass the other group because if you don't come pull we palen wire. So we know the coordination between EGTC it not being look good again. The collaboration not be so good at some point. But you can't look say that one day then delegate duties to everybody for do. It left to how them go able for look, what go able for manage, then thing there. So a transmission of electricity, the signal go fine. They would reduce the risk what the network gets. The risk what the network gets, then they look into Ramba where they cause this electricity problem where they catch fire and a Freetown. But who side then they fire they go because of electricity. So all that thing then they get for look on the network safety. They get for look on waiting the people and they pay. And then the equivalent to waiting then they get. So we're able to address this issue here. Even though it not go be 100%, but we they try for curtail them because now we get for go na the ground. The one they send, now the same people when they do this deal, they're not go able to come back with the feedback what we need. So either we get for go there or we choose a body where we look investigate that thing there. But it comes to una way one let team find. Now una get for work with this team here, una go na the ground, then una address them. But if we don't delegate the duty then to electricity to the two factors, whether they generate electricity today and whether they transmit them, una get two jobs. But here now the job where they don't generate, if it don't be that then for they for generate electricity. Now in they do even at the northwest, you get people that will generate them. So then go focus on the quality of electricity. So you left the transmission and distribution to the other sector, to this other sector. That transmission, if either they make either private or they left them to NPA. Because an NPA, that then they take electricity care and go for it and go buy them. They don't get a private body. Because like here now, they get what they call in electricity northwest. Then they only go take outside and the people they make and they produce electricity and bring them far like the cutoff point. The cutoff point now they the one then we don't pay them for bring them we call British Gas or any other group who get na UK now where they distribute gas. Now they're responsible for that side. So they decide for cut the delegation of duties to people so that go no say effective. But if we not go give them for generate, at the same time for transmit, then the national grid it will get a problem. The distribution na small sector. Now for that distributor sector then they either them boku they too much Because of them boku, they get people that will for go do them thing they are. Because if you abuse it, they try for make the transmission, the cable, they check there. When I not go get that time before they go no more for go just take light. When just one less than 1 hour, take and they put an apostle host. Because the duty then they give them duty when are less hard duty. The hard duty is on EGTC. Now then they actually do the hard job. But it left to waiting, then get now the competency, the quality of the cable them, where they transmit them, whether they try for change so. But the primary issue is generation of the electricity. Then when we mention about people that know the work, say now either because they want to sabotage the government or they don't want to work very hard. Well, it is up to how the collaboration day. If the collaboration day between them, the minister, Vandi, and your ministry, and the people that were responsible for do their own job, let people get the electricity and let them get the worth of their money, then the voltage will come, the voltage not the cut, but all this, they come to one. The electricity is not effective. Then the cost behind getting everything, it look a bit just difficult. So people in the find a way where they go able to go do an easy way, where they will get John Teusa and go spend 2 million leones for the month, then one go spend just 1 million leon for the month for electricity. So if electricity they adequate, then if it adequate and it reasonable, wherein the cost of for let the people who they pay the bill and get the service, they not go do all that thing they are. So you come to the technical auditing team, where they get for try for find out, say this technical auditing team, now then get for audit, they go down at the area where the electricity they go and people they host. Therefore able for know the amount of people we registered, therefore know the amount of people we get electricity at each street. So all those things, they can even use that within the worker, people that they pay their bills, people that registered. What people are most registered in some way for let them go get electricity that they host, whether the meter where you bring or whether that card where they give where you go take for top up. So all those kind of things, then therefore get a collaboration between themselves. Because if you not get a collaboration, then of course all this will not go work for the benefit of we. And then therefore try look into how the electricity generation, how then they pull them, then they go try for look for the improve. And that's how I don't want for take on this. Thank you very much for giving the platform.
Thank you very much, Usfen. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, caller ID live on your name and who the call from, please.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for the good work that they do. I tell you all thank you. I think they make all they feel closer at home. My own contribution, me not do sciences anyway. My own contribution at this program now about this electricity business. First of all, somebody talks the reason why they know they make money, not because they not sabotage people, they know they which is the illegal connection. I they tell you plain say the same people the engineers them where they work for EDSA now the same engineers that they go connect their illegal connection there. I they tell you, I guess somebody who work there. Not them. Now they go connect all the way. So because all that here we know they get a proper system. We know they get a proper system. You get meter and a hose. You know they even get lights. You don't go charge. You can't put key lights no day. Because we don't get proper system. All that here you just blaming this, blaming that, blaming this, blaming that. You know they go so I don't we need lights so cigarette we need water and we put need food for it. How long will we continue by this? How long? We get like way that program the good old days. Why would leaders not look to the good old days? It better you come with that program day, believe you me. Why would leaders not look to the good old days where every Sierra Leonean happy? We know they think about tribe. This the jamu, all the party, all man the jamu, no tribe. Now we don't see no more social tribalism. Social tribalism that I consider. Who say this tribalism come about? All of a sudden, now tribalism, now this, now chronism, nepotism, this threats, everyday threats everywhere, and come on. We need for fix up. Now, my own contribution, Danny. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alusain. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you live on your name and who call from, please?
Hey, Triple, this is Mo, they call from Maryland.
Yes, Mo. What's in your contribution?
My contribution, like what the honorable talk almost say, this thief fly or this illegal connection, then we they work now the place now then be the facts of that. You know, like what the previous caller almost say, and then be the problem. And get one story like previously which happened with me. I get a business center where I go for meter and say now 1,300,000. I pay the money. So the guy where they work, they go give illegal meter. The old meter where they be don't exist. So encounter the meter, then connect them. Later other man come, you can't remove the meter. What he intend me go and say, oh the bubble for we don't call him, if we don't talk to the man no more, we don't get a small thing. So the man for left the meter. Okay, then pull the meter and go down. So like quickly the man say no more. That will cost them for lost money. So what did the bubble do? You go connect to person. And now, okay, if that need to be continue, therefore don't lost money for purchasing the meter and from the light. Because if you go connect to person, you need to pay to the way how you get your meter, how you get responsible for pay for your meter and all. So the bubble they take and say they get more money like we go connect to person. That I say no. I say meaning they operate so. I say the best we can do, that man they don't owe the money, not give you the meter and not give you the money. No, go back another meter. So we go back another meter. And also we go for meter. It take you for more than a month. So like we now whole day over now. Not take and say, oh, I go salon the week I reach, I go buy meter so I go able to get light too. If you get to go salon, like for example December, now you get for buy, you get for put in for meter because then there also another process. So this illegal connection on their way they work there and they cost that. We go buy a meter, need to get it on time. So if you get person where they go give you lights, where they go connect illegally to somebody, you go do them. So them are the problem. Them are the problem of this whole station. Because you either take and say, oh, why go pay for meter additionally? Take me for 2 months or they can't give me wrong meter. You know, so the best I can do.
Now that side, before you go, now that side I want to understand. So how they, then I want to believe say, now somebody where they work there, now you can't stand guarantee say, he able to go out meter, right? Because
exactly. Now MP in the work. So take the me money stop me 1,300,000 stop with the man. So I never give you other bubble because the bubble say brand I don't allow buy meter again. No, now I say no. Before go lost millions, me they prefer to put the 1,500,000 where they say forget the legal meter. I say okay, I will pay the money. Oh brother, I go connect. I need to pay better. Now I say no. I say the implication therefore be on me because where they can't find me for illegal connection or where this NPA man can't today, he can't get a small thing. Next day another man come. I say another one day down the day. You know, we get meter again. Okay, the man they can't connect her, they get a small thing. The man they can't check her. So they won't have the way they work now the place the MP man there. Now then the problem. I mean people they prefer if you not to me no more that about they probably still they work another center there with illegal connection where possibly they get a thief light. You see? So that's not my contribution no more. Now then the problem. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Mo. Thank you, sir. And also the call from please.
Yeah, good evening, Triple A. I name Abdullah Bimara, the call from Paris.
Yes, Abdullah, what's your contribution, sir?
Yeah, Triple A, 20th century, 30 days ago, with the for electricity business, it's really, nobody know how we will really talk this. But the problem for this really what we get, a better way the government really they talk about this because so many of these workers, I know they say everybody, but so many of the 90% of them, na corruption business that they do because they're in a corruption. Now, if you meet yourself get problem na salon, you don't go na next office say you meet her get problem. The man first way they can reply, you meet her. First you get for get small thing. You see, first you get for get small thing. Anything salon with the say na call money. Hey, Lord, put more money where they do and quick for where they go. Even self na small problem the poor gets, pass you get for can get the small thing before they can do one for you fast. I mean, don't see say yes, the government they don't begin afraid because this Cote d'Ivoire electricity way they cancel. At least they get for pay. If them people they not get for use the light according to what they need for user, they just get for change the leadership or they just get for question the leadership. But the main problem here what we get say anything na salon they function without money. If you want to do anything quickly na salon, pass you get for put something in your pocket. Now only the doctors then what we get what we know say yes. We do some doctor they put their life before for fight for something they made they come out in the country. But the rest institution they always they left na salon. If you not get money, nobody know they respond to you. Pass that small thing get for common. And every time we blame government, we get for take an example, put on power self. They not get for give you a post say they say okay, you where you did it now this and this and this and this you get for go monitor. But you go sit down inside that your office there, you no fucking care. They pay you per month, you eat salary, you don't care about the next people they get light or then they get light if another man they thief electricity or you know they thief. So there are so many things that let we back begin the polish we self in so many things there. Let we work for we nation. Let we know for say yes, these are the doing for me country. I know they do it because of say yes, I want to get something. What the government they give me, I'm content with that. I want to work for my country. I want to offer something. That's small thing what they do. Now a big thing. You know, no really wise for one more country let we go before. Let we give everything what we get. That's my own contribution, sir.
Thank you very much, Abdullah. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, are they live on air? Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, this is I have a call from US.
Yes, I get the platform. So it's my contribution.
Yeah, one thing I observe is about really Sierra Leone. We all diagnostic technicians. We know how to diagnose the problems, but we can't fix them. Every day we talk about the same thing up and down. You know, this is what is wrong. This is what is wrong. This must so and so therefore do. From the beginning of this year, we don't talk about different agencies and things, how things they go wrong. You know, next week another agency will go open. You know, now this will go open. No one talk every day. Now this will go open. No more. Talk, nothing really get done. There are people that are really in charge, really run the agencies, and government offices, then now them therefore put their shoulder to the wheel and push for the country to go before them, therefore be firm and diligent and say, okay, we don't have our minds, we do work for this country and try to implement stuff and make sure say they enforce it and let the people will comply. Rather than that, that's not what will happen. Next week, something else we talk about. When people go come, they will diagnose the problem and tell you the answer, we move on to something else next month. But if that will happen, I'll not see how we go reach at the end of the tunnel. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, live on air. You name and where you call from, please.
Yes, this is Adama. I call from New York.
Yes, Adama, you get the platform.
Yes, it's funny though how would they see they talk about light in 21st century. Anyway, if you remember one time, I tell you for say, the village they jump over, they go to another village, they put light there. So when are the first family now that village they all don't bring electric poles then. Not that they give you AAA. Now we buy it with your money. And now other people that they benefit from it. But the funny thing is now because we get your house, it don't begin perfect with my sister. What do you want to do? You want to do a legal connection. Okay. Okay, instead of it go bring the only two, because we don't bring the poles them, because we then are almost at the center of the town over there. So all the other people in the day, they were able for connect or even bring two poles and or even one, so that they were able to connect na their own house. You don't want to do that. What do you want to do? They want to do illegal connection. When there are two poles that we need. So I tell my sister, say, it's not going to do. It's not going to happen. So I don't tell my sister, make you just put everything on hold. Okay, even if I come on and I'm not going to mind, I will use generator. Because it's not going to happen. So you see, these are the things at AAA. When some of the people that they do, sometimes they have no respect for other people's space. Okay, all everybody's doing. Even they want to as a matter of fact, they want to they connect that. Now, he tell me cousin, make her do that. How I find out? My sister tell me. So like so. Now they save one. They save someone where they do this electricity and they do that all that in a day, which is very dangerous. Because with compound, it's so wide that it want to pull the electric across with me yard. Me don't ever see anybody do electricity that way. But you don't care. All you want to do is forget, let get you like, wait, it not going to happen. Now me first cause you, but it not going to happen at AAA. I don't say my sister, not get no fight, not do any fight, just left the way it is. Okay. And now me your contribution that is people are very, very mean, and sometimes they are selfless. Okay. They are so selfish. They don't want to know. As long as it benefit them, even though it hurt somebody. You have so many children who have now compound where you go cross wire and you know how those kids are. They are curious. I said, it not gonna be. So now the Jordan over the Panam until they are not even happy that we don't bring electric poles in. Well, one not help. One of them not help. Now we don't bring like 5 to 6 electric poles in where they go where people that benefit from them. But he don't want to hear that. You see, because he wants what he wants. I say, you know, go be, and you know, go be. Thank you very much, Triple for taking me to the platform.
Thank you very much, Anima. Thank you, ma.
Bye. Yes.
Yeah, bye. Yes, caller, ID live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
Triple A, do this. Makemo coming from Australia.
Yes,
Triple A, let God help una. Let God bless una. This job una you do. Triple A, I don't pay for meter for my sister. Last Monday, July 28th. So my sister don't go pay for this meter, yeah. They pay ton, my sister. So now the landlord, the house owner, now tell my sister, say, let my sister buy cable then, ain't get electrician, they can't connect my sister. They don't connect my sister now. So this light issue, then they say, now the MP, they go. The ex-guy then they go now the house. They ask my sister, would that connect? They say, no. Now the landlord say, one pound now. Now it is, they say, no, not to them. They disconnect my sister. Then me don't tell them, because even the meter we don't pay for, they knock out the meter. The meter we don't pay for 1,500,000. You see? Now that guy, now they self, they do that thing and they, man. Now they self, they get for stuff for do that thing and they. We all in Australia and they. We get people that who they support. They don't go cut off my sister by the light, Engineer beer in what is all things at the freezer in meat fish, they all don't boil. Fine. And now you teach with that good. Everybody we own us for there. And you don't pay for the meter 30 day no counter. 30 day. 30 day. And the same guy we can do the connection. Then they do the landlord connection. Now exile come out. Now they work. So you see the group business, this thing out, they get for stuff, man. They get for stuff. They get for stuff. They get for be straightforward to people there. They get for be straightforward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kemukai. Thank you for the good job. Yeah. One thing we know in Air Force, say, na scheme. Yes, the illegal connection, most of them, na EDSA workers, then they do them. The same person, the same person we can connect for you illegally. Now the same person and they go tell another EDSA worker for make them come to you for can't get back. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
Hey, Triple N, I'm sorry. This is now Omar, the call from Los Angeles.
Yes, Omar. What's in your contribution, sir?
My contribution today, I try for that minister and the lie. They need to sabotage the government. We need to be honest. What the people that they do today, them they do 4 years ago. Them they do 5 years ago. Sierra Leone a lazy country. When they always when they talk, say, hey, people are, yes, maybe the grassroots, the young people and the hard working, the America, they can say the red collar workers them or the blue collar workers them. Now they're not lazy. The reason why we make Boku people in the left now go join politics now because they're lazy. Yeah, when they tell you say 8 o'clock, they mean 8 o'clock. If you show up 8:05, you do and treat them, you get a letter or you get a written up or some type of a warning. Now lazy people them. The supervisors them or the managers them, they need to supervise each other. We don't clean, so now they even go to the office, stay half of the day, they're almost done. They just the good look if they wipe in desk, they commodity back. So nobody know the way they supervise anybody. Not the person they try for sabotage the government. Will not get people. Now lazy people. When see when they can say election done, people in the run because they don't tire. They don't want control. They don't want for work on time, and they don't contrary. Which man they pay him money for free? When in you say 8 o'clock, it mean 8 o'clock. Yeah, that they don't get that. You know. What you did, you don't work for a company now, you direct manager, and go active like say now, and get the company. You need small to do, they be you tell, they write you up, they need to do it. They need to do it. Nobody need to check and balance anybody. Nobody need to check. All man are free for all. Anything worker for do with government, now use them, they use them. That's not one. The other thing, we don't talk about this maintenance, until we government will not ever get grown up government. Now boys and we don't get. Unfortunately, we don't get boys and we rule a country because a grown up man could know how to rule a grown up country. You know how you go get a government, you go get a country, will not even get a maintenance. Which city they in the United States? Which city they will not get a maintenance garage? With everything we need, but that city that they didn't go maintenance. And some cities have they will get police station. Because not every small city get police station. Don't get police station. They even get a gas station inside that maintenance. And they didn't police them and the city vehicles and that they didn't fear them. Everything it tabs up. They're not big enough for make them government whoever way the rule we. Tell the Minister of Works, now one of the wasteful ministries that are not see nothing what to do. Not to then they make road, either Chinese man or private company. They need to fix nothing. Why that ministry exists, me I don't even know. Then for the ministry and them for wipe off. Because they don't do anything. Now their responsibility for make sure say every government property then for find a specific place, a designated place. Whether for fence nice well, they put, especially then when government will take out in the bye-bye, before they say 2-3 months, pass and go buy another one. Maybe they put that on trying for sabotage the government. They need to sabotage the government. The minister, like the member of parliament for Deep Bakud, in fact, to me, as far as me concerned, that minister of energy, that Kanja Mande, that wasteful guy. Already that guy they good for na riot. Because I the same one we create riot na Makini. Na riot is good for. I don't see anything for all of them to talk saying now good guy, he get experience. What he don't do? The end we get 5-year contract again with ship. So now good guy Landy. So what the knowledge, what them they talk say this can't just say guy get knowledge. So all the knowledge, another 5-year contract, they EDSA guy and a chief guy them. They never do anything. Why they even bring that European system that pay with a code? Then for bring the regular one, like I did there before. Every month they can't read your meter, you pay. This system more than get a crook system. So let not put them for sabotage. Because I said I'm gonna make this until they begin fire people them. Oh, then why not they not let the government not like this years. We just get lazy. Sierra Leone a lazy country. Let's be honest with that. We politician them, we people who get in office, they don't want to do nothing. Now I make a lot of them when they say election, they go for good take position. Because one of the other things I don't make them run away from They don't want discipline because you know which manner they pay you. You go work for 2 hours. You expect them for them pay you for 8 hours. You know even crazy. Now that na me no more. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Umar. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and who side the call from, please.
Yeah, Patrick.
Yes, Patrick, you get the platform, sir.
I've seen this whole always the same at this forum. Light. And see the waste they don't begin to come on at those small. And so, because even the way they say they legal connection there, like where the previous caller they don't say. Where they count, where this one he connect them, the other one come he disconnect them. Now where the other one not the eat today, now make you see that they can't disconnect them. Because if he eat today, because we go say it's okay, this now my money, you know, I know the touch up. Because you don't eat some pan that money the way they don't connect them. But because you know they eat today, or they know they get today, the other man don't get or you don't see don't eat the money all, you know give them. So now you see that say the investigation that they go around, we'll go disconnect them. And because they know they eat today. Then the other thing, the MP there, why they not debate this issue in the parliament? Call them people there. Talk to them. Ask them, hey, Padima, what did you go on now in the ministry? What did you go on there? How many years now people that they complain? We don't get a bunch of complaints. Show them your evidence. Not just talk on the radio. Or tell them. Show them your evidence. Say, hey, or video say, we'll talk to these people. Show the people that the evidence say, look, this now so now we evidence this we don't find. Would they tell una say, hey, if una not do something, believe me, next time we'll not call una. Now go una they go. Then they alone down because this now like warning to them. As the previous caller say, America when you work there they pay. When you do mistake, they warn you 1, 2. So now they even warn you 2 times. You second some job they did like 2 times, 1 time, 1 you get. Second they don't let you go. So they did that they buy you maybe it depends how long you don't stay at the company. They will give 1 or 2 warning. Highest 3, but they know they pass that. They know they pass 3. When you see they pass 3, the number 4, they don't kick you out. They fire you, they praise you back. Now they are like quite demanded. Sorry, sir, we have to let you go. They even congratulate you for letting them fire you, so you don't go vex where you go. But if they buy them people, tell them say they don't let them debate on that. Call them on put them on the hot bench. Then they ask them questions, say, hey, what you have to, what you go on now in our ministry? Now expect, say, because we get proof. We don't go to, we will find out, na so. But they just talk about this no more. That means the people will not salute. But when they talk about something, that's it. We not see no target. Once they don't talk about that, we not see no target. But if they show the people that say they mean business, then they improve. This like business here. Once and for all, let the government try for fix that. Then we forget about this. Now we know can tell we all tell with great grandpicking they come back they struggle, they ask for light again in that country today. And I don't really for say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller ID live on air. Your name and who side the call from, please.
Yeah, people Musa name the call from.
Yeah, Musa, speak up small, yeah? You get the platform. What's in a contribution?
Yeah, I need to speak. The last time I never see, the last time I tell you, make you send me that. But they will see. If you want that, they will give me email address. Very easy. Okay, that's fine. So what do I million ticket for this light business, for this EDSA, whatever, man? Alone, nothing not wrong with that country, the leadership. The leadership. Alone, small country like that. Every institution of Stalo is broke. Every institution of Stalo is broke. Now, halakiti. This minister they will get, the minister they honorable, they parliamentary they will get. If they don't work, they want to don't get that putting chef. They don't make the minister, they don't make the honorable. Now they host in the door, they don't go in the office. I will tell you. Now, I've been here one with chef there and one people work. Who they for do for me now, foreign affair. People, my brother, they go under every day. They go tell you, say, that minister, they can't. They even can't work safe. The problem of Salon, this chief minister, they wouldn't get. They no one know the Salon. The problem in that country is the leadership from the president to this. When it started, this matter view. When they grab, they go, that then office. From the inside, don't sit down. Chief minister, we boost as a chief minister for me go to monitor the minister if they do the work right too. Yes, nobody will do work. Salon, the problem is. The leader they will get for you, for them put their hand, for them do the right work. They only do them. Minister of Agriculture, no go do agriculture. They sit on our office. All people they want no more for this, for the aid with the camp, where they begin each and the salary, they get salary, this corruption, they get this thing for they eat. Now the problem that. Now make it see Salon, every institution in that country is broke. This light business, we send me this on our Salon. I think what sky was told. Light no rich and I for go down before they pass light and top with the can go now at the light no day. The dividend this year then they can't take property tax, all those things. I've been telling brother, I know they pay them thing there. How working at the government in rule? You will collect tax, you do the job, become with light with people that are the community. What I know day. I never understand the problem we go talk about this thing now the leadership. Salon no one they get mature leader. Now only those little boy people when they can follow them turn they say they will do the country. They never sense no day, idea no day. They not get no idea how to do the country. Small country than they. Put the people there if you know you work. People they wouldn't go monitor them. They get supervisor them. You know that the Gusa would listen overseas. If you know the company, say if you know the understand, people when they put under supervisor, you go to trade if you know do your job. Now one time they go tell you say they go send you letter. The problem is Salon, people don't care about that country. Once in your bread and butter, you don't care if the country the work war, the country is spoil war. Now the problem is Salon. Now leadership, nothing no wrong with that country. If we not get leader, since all this go on, we not able get leader. All the leader will get, they not get the country in interest. You see, they only go there no more for the kapu commodity until that day possible they come. We can say okay, now can redeem the country. Now it's a go come up and this can problem. When we go deep and this, we have to all begin the kind of all, we can be the kind of all. This is not 21st century. So not get water, you not get light. Huh? Small country like that. With all the minerals, with all those taxes we pay, we still they know big every day. No, this really later. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Musa. I will text you, yeah? Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay. Yes, caller, I did live on here. Your name and Musa, I call from, please.
I call from Maryland.
Yes, Ibrahim, what's your contribution, sir?
All right, thank you, sir, for your platform. People, they let God help from us alone. This administration for more than camp, now so blame game no more than deeper. You got unfortunate. I feel disappointed for you. You're not able to say, some people and they get for either they want to sabotage the government, don't let the government succeed. Now today we get light problem where EDSA, where they call it NPA. They make the thief lights and go connect them to people at the house they will not get meter. For a long time, over a decade, from Pakaba in time, arrest in time. Not to this present government don't want to start producing in the because we will not get proper system at the country. Because if we get system, nothing will happen. We can say don't not compare America or any European country to Salon. Yes, we know you compare, but sometimes we get forward the set some examples there. You know, them politicians they are, the only thing we then they go run for power or position now for their own selfish interest. Compare the doctors and nurses, they only sacrifice their lives there. How much they pay them compared to member of parliament? the money where they receive. You know they compare yourself what the doctor they receive and what the member of parliament they receive. If they think when they do so, if no more proper system, they will monitor. Who the president be in county, even the full instead, they don't know who they full. They say they go monitor the office there. Just I know even which 1 month safe. That just a flash room, you can't flash, say they go monitor. Nobody know they monitor. People just don't know that the ocean, they even go for go work safe. You know, people and they where they now this EDSA where EDSA, they know what they go on. Now in the stand the guy there for go do this illegal connection. Just imagine you don't go buy your meter, you don't top up, I don't know if you don't even get light. Then where something happen at the area no more, like what you been talk. Say if any pole get issue, who the man they pay them and for that and they for. They say pass them contribute money back. Right at the expense, the same problem, we start me area outside there. We get issue, they say therefore contribute money, me then go be then guy and now tell me my master. I say no. I say me I don't pay nothing. If we not get for get light, we not get light tomorrow, we not mind what we buy fuel, we not go the light generator. But you they spend nothing. Because the guy I mean they pay them for. The corruption, if he then careful I want fight the corruption. Now some of them think they are you get for the change people, they know what they go on. But instead they go for like them people to charge them. Who not even reach for get safe. $200 safe salary. You know, this is like a big disgrace to the country. All them politicians are who they come. Now for can't like giving all the people they know at the end of the day, when they don't get what they get, then go. Because all their allowance they give them so. If they cut off all them things they go and they review the constitution, then pull them things and they say, when you be minister or honorable, you must take away the drive, now you for buy them, now you for fail them. If they cut off all them things they you get now for pay them. Trust me, Salon will go before. But if anything are not cut there off, Salon will forever go before because they will spend bokum money. We know them, we know the maintenance. When you go buy no more, every government will come, then they go buy new motor car them. Any government will come, they go buy new thing. The one the way we don't pass, they go don't buy you, they don't park it, they don't do maintenance, they don't repair. They say therefore they destroy no more the country. They go there, Mama Salon. I know what. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes, call ID live on your name and who the call from, please.
Yeah, Chief, good evening. I'm straight answer.
Yes, I'm waiting a contribution, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the platform. First and foremost, I want to apologize for the 2 days on the town, one at the rain, and it's our body. What's in this? I only see the program. I only see we panelists what they talk. One thing so me they say, see Salon, we get one issue. We have a big problem. The problem we get in this country is that we lack of maintenance at this country. And then I want one thing. The second thing, we know the claim ownership with property. How they claim ownership of property? They say, I have government property. Go ahead, they are all done. So that's one of the things I will get. And where would they try for talk about EDSA? Now the same country over there, where they see Saloma, my brother Allahu Akbar, me, I don't see the kind of country. Saloma get bold man and they go thief cable. Now this country that don't happy there. And not to what about you, now within the same EDSA, where somebody say, where me might be the address, the honorable be the address, talk to the journalist, waiting clearly. It's somebody not for can sabotage the systems. My brother, that's not true. The man say, don't see him before this time. Somebody they go thief with him, EDSA, they go thief cable. For less fit and no get light. Let other part of fit and no get light. At the end of the day, they go blame this government. Hey, my brother. Now this government don't sit down there all. So now, if things don't begin for council, the MPs, of course, yes, you ask question, waiting at the responsibilities of MPs. You know, I think say that they for make law at the end of the day for talk for the own people from various constituencies. And I then said, don't see, they don't really appear. The committee of EDSA don't appear before the committee of parliament. And the parliament don't take a stance, say, unless they first changed the way of doing things, or else they will vote no confidence in them. I think that's the responsibility, because now we'll all make them, But unless we change with attitude in this country, and when we change with attitude, people, I swear to God, this country will get money. We get money, but we attitude now the biggest problem. We get bad at, we only agree. Now today, when I outside diaspora, somebody, in fact, where this program not come, in fact, I remember today when somebody about you for a work, all my they contribute. So say anybody about you by work, they go see, they not go game lightly. Because when I diaspora, when I know the free time, or I know this Leone. If I this Leone, believe me, somebody say, let them pull the thing, let them out. No. This country, now we all get this country. Where this country better, we all go get the praise. Where a poor, I swear to God, we all carry the poor back. But this country now all get tired again, not one person get on. But we get problem within the systems. Sometimes we see, we just demonstrate for this. Sometimes we see this no day. Sometimes we see this not the functions. Now, it made the man talk clearly say some people and they for sabotage the system. Not true. And I will change our attitude. And this country now, only one party they rule. Now, political parties, they are going to rule this country. But if we not change our attitude again, we will find it difficult. But this country get money, but we attitude not very bad. I think we admire the platform very nice. Although we all issue on our rain no more, so rain every day. We experience this again. That in fact one of the factors where we don't make a delete. But thank God we not experience frauding not too much. Of course, it cause problems small to some people, but not to like too much like the other countries they happy. So we're only happy for that. So I think we will continue for pray God fraud not go affect you too much this year. But right now, every day they come. As I talk to one and also they parade every day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amar Alpha. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who side you call from, please.
Nami Tipule.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Alaji Sila. I did everything.
Good. Alaji, what's your contribution, sir?
Well, my contribution towards this is like, first of all, them people here, I know you mentioned about sabotage. That's a big thing na Sierra Leone. Because, for example, if you don't put somebody in a particular institution, they can do better thing. There's a possibility, say, then they kill me before me time. So I know we will do what I want for do. Secondly, that then they tell you the plane one say, we said entire crowd, and they to so straight away you should run join for the pushcast them. If we not stop all around them, this country go before in terms of electricity. Look what be small. Light been the day. We will go play football, before trying to come under. We will go play all legs. Light the day, all legs, no problem. Then we're talking about the 24th century. How comes we still go behind? Then leaders here, we need to set an example of the leaders here. We need to, because how the heck then they pay you money for let you take care of your constituency, let you take care of your department. You know they do anything. I mean, look example now. So get some salon boy them back now this American also. When in the past, they can't give cable. Now you they pay them. You can pay like $200 or $150. They can't give cable. You need to pay nobody again. Then the same salon boy there. Now they don't for free to no pull up with scarcely. The bank can also. How long will go they per date? We need to set one example for any important side. We will not say this is important for the country go before you do they go and get their feet. We need to set an example. So now your contribution on day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alaji. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You Alaji, he touched Sonsayo. I believe say, something depend on who say you did and no did. But it's Alaji talk. You get people even Naya. We say that they give free cable. You know that? No. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and inside the call from, please.
Yeah, this is Umar from Minneapolis.
Yes, Umar. What's in your contribution, sir?
Yeah, I think we don't live by this program. Thank you for allowing me anyway. We don't live by this program for this kind of problem here for a long, long time anyway. I think say solution to this problem here, if at all we all agree, although we privatize the electricity business, even though water says that, if you see the first world and says that not the government they handle anything no more. So and they be private company then where they run the thing then this, you know. So private company, if not them in the run down, the people don't know complain, say, hey, they don't pay for meter, they know they get that. You know, say no more, you know that you go pen way, whether or not meet to them commitment, you know. But if the government say now they take up everything that country, there's a problem. I don't think we'll ever go anywhere. Now we see so today. So go they find this back for another 30, 40 years, we'll not go no side. Because government want to take everything in hand. Sometimes they really need for give up somebody and to private companies. They let them handle that electricity they in general. If not in private company, then we don't give that dues and they're not for the B. So even the electricity we get from that water state. How long will they for this? You know, they need for just privatize some of them stuff that they let other companies and take them do this and they be their responsibility. So now one big way that they will be able to solve that problem, we don't need it for 30, 40 years, you know. Now that means you say the way out for electricity, water business, so even the roads assessor, you know, they need for privatize some of them here. Government not will able to do all that stuff that day. You get Bokuna now you plate for like chew or swallow. So now they make them failure and then they persist every time. Because we know they go nowhere. Like China no more I don't say we get so many problems and we're not even close to for solving one problem is. Anyway. I mean your contribution down there.
Thank you very much, Umar. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
If you listen to most of the callers then, you go find out say acquiring meter self na problem. Even though the honorable talk na just now say, oh, you buy the battery 10 days you go don't get meter. We get people that we call now when a different thing than they talk. We are from Mo na Maryland. We call, what he say? The person, this is another problem acquiring the meters. EDSA Okmango can't say, no worry. They can't give you the meter, just give me the money. Because, and people like for use that route there, because when you go the legit route, it filter, they take forever. So they prefer use the route for talk to the EDSA workman, and then in they say, give me the money, I go carry the meter. And indeed, they go carry them. But there is a problem right there. When you don't carry the meter, you fix them. Let me say you don't get the money, just like what happened to Mo in your case, you don't get the money. Now, click of people them, now squad. Now then they work. Sometimes one man did it, you know, agree shape, you know, agree play fair to the other man them. So the one in the way feel say, you know, it's in this one, today on, let go the agenda. Then say if they go, Sunday then go just threaten and collect money then go money. Or if you meet them in a bad mood, then they go there and pull the meter. And guess what? Even those people the way they pull meter, the one in the way they pull meter, then go to. If you if you want to pay back for that meter to them, some of them, you go even pay them back, they can fix the same meter for you. If you left them, if you no follow up because you afraid this and that, they say something now other clients they don't get, we want to pay them more. Then they can't pull to you because they know say you illegal, then they can go back other side. And it's a syndicate work. Because you know say every meter, you get the owner a name. You get a name because when they buy, you EDSA top up or the credits or the units for the meter. Now you name the name where they did. Then go give you the meter a number because you know you're supposed to get the meter number. And give the meter number, you buy. They go tell and say, no, this now that person name, I want to make it there on my name. Then they go waka and everything, then can then change them to your name back. Now only in Sierra Leone, you they buy something for government, they say for fix the meter and a do. The time where they start for fix the meter and a do, yeah? Because they say if you fix anything and they people then they thief light. Okay, make her go back again. Why then count this prepaid meter? Because they say that old meter system will be they use. Now they make people where they don't burn the lights in, they need a agree for pay. Or then go tell you back say that old one day, then they make people thief lights. So now they make them count this new one when I prepaid. You they give them your money first. Now I and me get issue with them. So you don't owe me money, then lights naughty. But you have my money because I don't pay you. I don't pay you. It's prepaid. I don't pay for them already. So because of that, they say I mean how this new system. The system come still yet. They say okay for put your meter outside because if you put it inside, now I'm gonna make you the thief light. Because when they're outside, they want to see how the cable run from the pole come inside to the meter. So now I make you for put them outside. You can imagine, people are now begin thief meter. Then they kind of thief you meter from outside. Even though your meter registered, it gets your name, everything. Then they go sell her to another person. Then that person they back, they go, because of the kuku jubuku, then they go then change the meter back to that person they name. But the number not the change. Let's see how weak will the system be. How weak the system be. Then they run for time. Tell people and begin going to say, well, they need to put the meter and do again. Because when they put an ado, they can't tifa. Then they run for time. Now I know they hear about thief meter again. And now I know they hear about thief meter, but then they say meter transferable. Meter is transferable. So because it's transferable, what do you think is going to happen? Even though they say there is a process for make the transfer happen, but that process then the flaw there. We be say other man we sabi other sabi than we no sabi than they how for work through the system. Because we everything you for chook something. And for give them small thing. Bribery will make a normal for give them small thing. So that's how we end up by this meter. Waiting change now. 30 days they talk about thief lights. 30 days. Even to the one that we get meter. Then get out and they beat the meter back. Because they say waiting, it a born. It a born. So, and this particular one, just like how most of the callers then say, not to today it starts. And not to say because not to today it starts, we're not supposed to talk about her. Or Parliament not supposed to act. Even though we'll be expecting them to go further. That's what will be the expect of them. For me, then go further. So that at least the one within a management position, then go shake small. Then go shake small. But the EDSA will command them all. They are not clean by the corrupt practice. And they're not going to tell me, say, the EDSA management no. They know. Then sabi. Now we left Landy. Then government offices them. The barracks them, the police, the military, the police station them. Then they pay lights. Then they pay lights. The other tell you EDSA. They talk how many millions with some of the government offices they owe them. We are here. And then people in there, then get budget. So why they make you budget? Just like how they make budget for you daily living, or your weekly living, or your monthly living. You know how much they burn for electricity. You must put on there. So why the ministries then feel say they're supposed for the O? Or they feel say they're exempted? Eh? Why they feel say they're exempted? Now suite of office? Eh? Because if you go safe, now most minister they house. They left so. Now suite of office. Let us see how, because Parliament back now, that one. So then go down a before you marriage now, no you nothing again. And the thing still continue. But we watch them. Let us see how this one get for end. But if they say they're not ready for work, we're glad for them. And then they'll put them there for. What do we want in a light? People pay, may they enjoy them. What do we want a light? Not to that light me want to become me, eh? People let it be. We'll go there tomorrow. Yeah, it's Saturday. And today? No stress. Till we meet again tomorrow, Triple SA. Tata.